Hi and welcome back. Today I have a review video for you for these Arrtx 48 acrylic markers. They were so kind and sent them to me, and as I use acrylic markers quite often, I said yes, of course. They come in a simple box which is a little bit damaged, but that's not a problem at all. And there are two plastic things inside where the pens stood in, and I tried to get them out, but it's not so easy. So I can use those on my desk or wherever I want to store the marker pens. Here they are. They are quite nice as a storage piece, and what I'm going to do now is I will arrange them in warm and cool colors, and then I will do the swatches of the markers. These markers are acrylic markers, and when they come, there is no paint or ink coming out of the marker. And by the way, the markers came with, I think, 4 replacement nibs, which is quite nice. When you get them, you have to shake them first very well, and then you have to pump them until the paint or ink is running out. That worked quite quickly with these markers. So I will arrange my markers, I will pump them all so they are working, and then we will do the swatches in my sketchbook. I really love the color range they have. They are very natural, I would say, not as super bright. They are more pastel-y and muted, and super lovely colors. I use acrylic markers mainly in my sketchbook for drawing and sketching, but also to make marks on art journal pages, artist trading cards, and all that kind of stuff. So they will be used a lot in my studio. You see me swatching them. I sped up that part because it's quite boring to see me swatching the colors. They have a number on their cap, so you can make swatches with numbers, but usually I just pick them intuitively. If I see it's a red cap or yellow, I would just pick it and try it out and see if I would like to use it on the certain project that I'm working on. I love that there are quite a lot of neutral colors in there. That's really hard to get from other brands, I feel, especially with that size of the nib. The nib has the same size as a Posca 5M, I would say. What I recognize, the nib is quite hard and not as soft as a Posca paint pen, and you cannot press it down to make it a bit bigger because then it will pump into the marker. So that's the only thing that I think would be nice to have, that there is more variety. But as I'm using them mainly in my sketchbook, I often pump them so the ink is running out, and then I smear them with my fingers to lay a bigger block of color down. They also include 2 neons and a metallic gold and a metallic silver. Now I want to demonstrate how I use them. Usually I do not work only with acrylic markers. I would always combine them with tons of other materials because that's what I love doing and I enjoy. But today I will keep it to the acrylic markers plus some colored pencils, which are also from Arrtx. And I already posted the review, I think a week ago, for the color pencils. And I really enjoy using them. I used them quite a lot during the past weeks, and I'm also going to use them here on that little birdie. I like to paint and draw intuitively without any pre-drawing because that's more fun for me, I think. And I'm not going for something perfect. I just like to have fun and enjoy the process. I'm speeding it up here because it would just be too long. These markers work not only on paper, you can use them also on stone, on glass, on wood, on various surfaces. And I will also show you how I make a little decorated stone that we plan to take with us on holiday and then hide it anywhere in the town, and maybe someone else is finding it and just can take it on the next travel. We already found 2 of these travel stones in our last holidays, and that was quite nice, and that's what we would like to do this time when we go on holidays. I find that the coverage of these markers is great. They are very opaque, and you only need one layer to cover up a darker background. That's something I find really important. I'm also going to use them for the background on this spread, and this is what I like to do. I like to lay down a lot of the paint and then smush it around with my fingers. They are dry and very matte. That's also something I love because I like to work on top of them with other mediums, and that doesn't work if they would dry glossy. And it's like the liquid hex paint markers. They dry, for example, so glossy, and you almost cannot work over the top of them with any other medium except from the Neocolors maybe. So this is also a pro of these markers, and of course the price. I think it always depends on when you buy them on Amazon, but I think one marker comes to €1, around €1. So it's not an expensive marker. It's a really good price. A shame is that you cannot buy those open stock. There are definitely some colors in this set I will use more often, and I will run out quite quickly. I let the markers dry, and now I'm going on top with the Arrtx colored pencils to bring in more details and depth to that birdie. And that's a process I really enjoy doing, working on top of a base layer with colored pencils. Of course, I'm going to link up the products in the video description. If I have a discount code, I will post it also in the video description. I really like the birdie, and I have already used them quite often in my sketchbook in the meantime. And here I am with my stone. I have primed the stone with a thin layer of white gesso. And I'm also going to make a bird on that one. It's a bit harder because it's quite a small stone I had, and this was per accident that I had this laying around here in my studio. And it's a bit difficult because they are a bit bigger, the nibs, and a bigger stone would have been a bit easier to paint, but I think it works and it turned out quite lovely. Something I have to say, you always have to shake them up quite well before you use them every time, because I think they are separating a little bit, pigment from binder or whatever, and they will not be as opaque when you don't shake them. So give them a really good shake before you use them every time, so you get the best paint out of them. I let every layer dry in between, so I don't mix the colors. But of course you could mix the colors if they are wet, maybe on paper, on the background or whatever. And here you can see how good the white goes on top of that blue background. That's something I found really important because I often use white for mark making on mixed media projects to create patterns over darker areas. And I already used these in a video, in one of my latest art journal videos. There I used one or two of the markers to create some mark making, and I also used them on my collage photo embellishments I shared about two weeks ago or so. Yes, and that was the video for today. It was a little bonus video for the week because it's on Friday. I usually do not post on Friday. I post Wednesday and Saturday each week, but sometimes when I have a product review or something sketchbook related, sometimes on my German channel, then I post that on Fridays. I hope you enjoyed it and it was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment. Bye!